Yeah, there's some good things that we took away from the game. I think, all too late, but that you still look for the good in the game and the bad, and we'll figure out tomorrow after we watch the tape tonight the good and the not so good, and then we'll make some adjustments.
Maybe talk a bit about Chicago's transition game in the first and second. It seemed like you guys were having some trouble with that.
Well, we knew they were a good transition team. Part of them being a good transition team was our inability to manage a puck. So, as much as I give them credit for taking what was given, like I just didn't like the way we managed the puck, and so then you put them in a position to play to their strengths because we didn't do what we were supposed to do, but still got to give them credit. Like that's the strength of their team.
Chris Kalanos comes back into the lineup tonight, has 9 shots. Maybe just talk a bit about his play.
Well, I thought he played like an all-star. Like I thought he's a shooter on our team, and he's a go-to guy. And I thought he had a little more spark than in his step than they had last Friday. So I thought he had a good response from not playing on Saturday. I thought Chris played the way he usually plays. Like he's always going to get shots. Like that's Chris's game, and that's what makes him a good player.
It didn't feel like generating scoring chances was maybe the issue for you guys tonight. You definitely had some looks late in the first and the second period as well, sort of before the puck started going in late in the third, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought we had some decent looks throughout the game. I thought Climby played well. I thought he played very well when he needed to. Our moments of truth weren't as moments of truth like theirs were. Like their ability to finish, they just got some more polished players than we do. Like at this particular juncture, when we were down there and put them on their heels for 2 games in a row, won the first 2 games of this long series, we had a different team. So tonight, their guys finished and we didn't. That's just the way it goes. But all things considered, we'll be fine.
What needs to change tomorrow to get full points?
Well, we have to get off to a better start. We have to start the game much better. We have to manage the puck a little bit better. I'd like to see us play more of a half-ice hockey game. We didn't play that tonight, and that was an issue. I don't want to play a 200-foot game, but we did tonight at times, and that was a difference in the game, at least for their chances. Like, if you look at their third goal, like that was right after we had a 3-on-2. Like, give them credit, but at the same time, like we didn't, in the end of the day, like we didn't get that puck back, and then they counter back and score, and that's what I mean. Like, you put certain guys like Mancari, who scored their third goal, in a position like that, like the league stats tell you, and history tells you that he's going to bury more than he's going to miss. It's like putting Kalanos in that spot, and they put the right guys in that spot, and that's what was the difference. So for us tomorrow to make a change, we have to play better from the start. If you're going to win hockey games the second half of the year at the American League level, you have to score more out of the gate if you're going to be a good team, and we didn't score tonight.
What were your thoughts on the play of Danny Taylor?
I didn't like the first goal. Didn't like it at all. I thought the third goal is an NHL shot. I don't blame him there. And I thought the second goal, we handled it poorly in front of him. That was kind of a miscue on our defenseman's side of things. So I thought he settled in. I thought he made some good saves. He probably didn't manage the puck as well as he normally does for us back there, in my opinion. But, I thought he played a pretty good game. I thought he gave us a chance to win. I didn't think he was the difference in the game by no means. I thought he did a good job. But tough game to play. If you're a goalie, like, I have a lot of background with goalies. Like, when you're a goalie and the other guy's standing on his head, and then, like, the first, 20 minutes he saw a lot of pucks. After that, we didn't give up much. Like, we didn't give up much, even on the penalty kill. It wasn't like he was getting barraged with a million shots. So it's a tough game for the other goalie to play when Climby, I thought, was playing really well. And I thought in general, I was happy with Danny.
It was a different game. There were people cheering for both sides. Does that affect your team's play at all?
No, we were prepared for that. Like, we understand that. I mean, it's like Buffalo and Toronto. Like, it is what it is. Like, you just deal with it. And to be quite honest with you, it's a lot of times as a player, like, you notice, like, people in seats, like, in pregame warm-up, and then after that, you're kind of oblivious. If you're a good team, like, and you're a really good player, you really don't know who's cheering, who's not cheering. I mean, we're down there in our own adrenaline world, and kind of like, no disrespect to any fan, like, we don't even know they're there at times. Like if we're really doing what we're supposed to be doing. I think there's definitely, you always have the seventh guy type, at home. You could say, well, we didn't maybe have the seventh guy tonight, but there are a lot of passionate Heat fans here, and the passionate Heat fans that are here, I'm real proud of them. They're good people. I appreciate what they do for us, and I respect the people that came to see the other team. Like that's what loyalty is, and that's what life's all about. Good for them.
Mark Mancardi talked post-game about the Chicago team not really having a physical presence, and he feels the team was kind of lacking something physically. Were you guys looking to maybe hit them on a more physical note to try and grind them down?
No, not necessarily. It's just a rivalry game. Like, I think it's going to rear its head. Like, this series will rear its head. I mean, it's 2-2 right now, so it's starting to rear its head. Like, we've played them the last two games, and we've played them with, not maybe the situation we want to be in, but that doesn't matter. It's still like the two teams that are out there tonight, one wins and one loses, and, it's starting to take on a little personality, which is the history of this series. And the thing we are learning as fans and as media people, that they've got a new coach, I'm a new coach, we've got a lot of new players, they've got a lot of new players. It takes a little while for this thing to get going, but you can sit back tonight and see that it's starting to come. Like, it'll be a war, and we'll enjoy the war. Like, we'll hurt and we'll lay down, we'll bleed a while, and then we'll get up and we'll rise again. I think that was a 16th century Sir Andrew Barton. I think he said that. We're hurt, but we're not slain. We're bleeding. We'll lay down for a while, and then we'll get up and we'll rise again. And we will tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a different game, and I'm sure they think the same thing. It's a good Scottish guy if you want to look him up. But poetry's poetry. It's all heartfelt.
On that note,
Shocked you on that
gentlemen,
one,
we're
huh?
good. Yeah.
Have a good night.